Go.
Hi, I'm Belle from Beauty and the Beast. Why am I doing this? I'm doing this because I'm trying to prove to my editor that I have what it takes to be in this business and that I'm not afraid and I'm willing to do whatever it takes to be successful in my career as a journalist. My documentary is on what popular villains are up to nowadays, because I'm sure that you've all been wondering what has happened to Ursula, the Queen of Hearts, and Gaston after all the happily ever afters. Hi, this is my first interview with Ursula. Okay, so Ursula, what have you been up to since that whole scandal?
Well, I am now helping fish friends instead of harming them.
How so?
I have this organization, FAFNF. Perhaps you have heard of it.
FAFN, what does that stand for?
Fish are friends, not food. My dear, how do you not know that?
Oh, okay.
It's quite big, you know.
Yeah, so what all does your organization take care of? Like, what all do you guys do?
We make sure they have proper homes, look the right way, make sure everyone has a nice life.
Nice. Why? Okay, so, changing the subject, are you still in contact with Ariel?
She's a sweet girl, don't get me wrong, but she's not my cup of tea.
Would you like to elaborate on that?
She's a land dweller.
Okay. What about Poseidon? Are you still in contact with him? Have you guys worked that out?
I don't care to comment on that.
Okay. Did he ban you from the sea, or I guess not, since
He did at first, but with a little persuasion and the right body language, I got back in.
Okay. So you're a fish activist, I take it.
Yes,
right?
yes. That was one of the conditions for me to be able to come back.
Do you like what you do?
Yes.
Okay.
Are there any more questions? I am starting to lose my bubbles.
Yes, I have a few more. I seem to have run out of paper though.
There's some toilet paper right there, right beside you.
Okay.
2-ply, you know.
Okay. So talk to me a little more about
FNF.
Yeah. Would you like to talk to me more about that?
Well, I am the head of it. My 2 eels are under me. And we pretty much just go around and truly help the poor, unfortunate souls.
Can you give me like a situation where you've helped some of the fish?
Well, say, you were walking around and you were a fish, obviously, and I would say something like, sweetie, that bandana does not go with that outfit you are wearing today, and so on and so forth. You might want to take just that little tip, maybe.
All right, I think that is it for today. Thank you, Ursula.
Oh, you are quite welcome.
All right. Hi, this is Belle again for my second interview with the Queen of Hearts. So, Queen of Hearts, what are you up to now? Cooking. Okay, what made you decide to start cooking?
Since I can't really kill people anymore, I've decided to move to animals and then cook them.
Brought the wrong notebook. That is out of paper. Awesome. Okay, so
No, don't use those. Use this instead.
why can't I use your cards?
Just don't use them.
Do you not like people touching your cards?
No.
Interesting. can't seem to find the Queen of Hearts in here anymore. Guess she no longer exists, huh?
I'm not really the Queen of Hearts anymore since I've changed myself. You can just call me Red.
Red. Okay. So, Red. What's your favorite card?
The Joker.
Interesting choice. Why?
Not really sure. He's just different.
No one really notices the Joker.
I'm trying to stay out of people's way. Not be noticed as much.
Okay. So, back to cooking. What are you cooking now?
Rabbit stew, of course.
Rabbit stew. Is that your favorite thing to cook?
I prefer deer, but rabbit will do.
So do you kill all these animals yourself?
Yes.
Of course you do. So do you no longer execute humans?
I try not to, but
Try not to. What does that mean?
sometimes I can't really control my anger, and an animal just won't do.
Okay, so do you still use animals as sports equipment?
Not as often, but occasionally I will.
So you just kill them to eat them?
Yeah.
Okay. What about Alice?
I haven't really talked to her much since she turned everyone in Wonderland against me.
Oh, so you blame her?
Yeah.
Okay. What about the Mad Hatter?
I've cut off communications. He's the one that kicked me out.
So you don't talk to anyone from Wonderland anymore?
Not since everyone doesn't really like me.
No one likes you. Okay. Do you miss having power?
Not as much since I've changed.
You don't miss power at all?
No.
Alright then. Is it okay if I keep these?
No.
Why?
Because they're my cards.
What is so special about these cards?
It's my one last piece of Wonderland.
Do you miss Wonderland?
Sometimes.
Okay. That actually does smell kind of good. Is it okay if I stay for dinner?
Are you okay with eating rabbit?
I guess we'll find out. Hi, this is Belle for the third time with my third interview with Gaston. So, what happened to you?
Well, after I fell from that giant tower, thanks for that, I found Jesus. And I'm not gonna lie, my life is completely changed. I'm no more, no one gets such and such like Gaston. I'm more of a no one praises like Gaston, no one gets with God like Gaston kind of man now.
Okay. Explain to me exactly your faith. Like, what caused you to be a Jesus freak, I guess.
You know, falling 67 stories and not dying kind of does that to you. Once again, thanks. How I look now, thanks.
do
I
it
really
again.
appreciate it.
Speaking of
Hope
looks,
he does. I'm sorry, Father, I did not mean to say that. How's your life?
it's great actually. Been married for 3 years with the love of my life, which is not you. And
Honey, Jesus is the love of my life. Not you. You're not special anymore.
I will always be special. Always.
Jesus is special.
Anyways, this is not about me, even though my life is great. You said something about looks earlier. Speaking of which, why are you black now?
You know, there's an angel appeared before me one day in a beam of light, and for some reason afterwards I just got a lot darker. For some reason my body doesn't look the same. I don't know. It could be the fact that I was bleeding and parts of me were gone.
So that
So they
that
probably
just
gave me a new
changes
body.
the color of your skin. That makes so much sense.
I got a new body. Thanks a lot.
Oh yeah, so you just have a.
I fell 67 stories. Do you really think I'm gonna look normal?
So what? Your body's just gonna. You're just gonna be a totally different person.
Yeah. That's kind of how it works.
So stupid. Okay. You lost that.
And I got this. I say it's an equal trade. You know, no one praises like Gaston. So.
Okay. So, what do you have going on right now?
Well, I have a church and quite a following under it. You should join it. You and that beast. By the way, how is the bestiality going? That's a sin. You're going to hell. Straight there with gasoline underwear.
I
With no stops.
Okay. I will have you know that, I don't know if you recall this or not, but he's human now. And we're actually trying to have... It's not really if he's human, so...
Whatever, last time I saw him, he was a drooling, animalistic, ravenous, brown rug carpet with teeth.
Kind of looks like you do now.
Jesus, forgive me, for I am about to sin. These
What?
impure thoughts that I'm having.
What?
Forgive me.
Okay. So yeah, you just expect me to believe that now you're just some great human being who just praises Jesus and you're happy and content with your life, even though you lost everything that was important to you, including almost losing your life. Yes, you did, but whatever. So, talk to me about that.
You know what, Belle? I have nothing to say. No comment. You know what? God, forgive me, because I'm not doing this. I'm gone.
No, I'm not done with
No one praises like that thought!
Oh my gosh, this is obnoxious. Okay. So I guess now you know what you need to know. Ursula is crazy and rude. The Queen of Hearts is the next Paula Deen, and Gaston is a Jesus freak and, well, black.